Hey YouTube, on the Go Battle Day weekend, I think I saw like 50 Magnezones, and I'm like, okay, I get it, and I want to try it. So what do I get? I get that there's not a lot of fighters in this meta, because the one thing that happened was Steel, not Steel, I keep saying Steel got banned, but a lot of Steel Pokemon, Skarmory, Galarian Stunfisk, Bastion, are banned from this remix. So with all those Steel Pokemon out, Flyers are now kind of roaming free. With Flyers roaming free and Medi already banned, there's some Annihilates and Poliwrath, but there's a decrease in those fighters because of all the Flyers. So, and then with Whiscash gone, when your main Mudboys is gone to deal with Magnezone. So, less fighters, less steals, no Whiscash. Magnezone theoretically should roam free with, especially with all the Flyers. So that's the thought process behind Magnezone. And then I paired it. So again, if you're going to use Magnezone, you still do need to cover your Mudboy fighter and Steel weakness. So again, what is the easiest core that works for that? The two main meta Pokemon in Gligar and Quagsire can deal with all of that. So that is how I put the team together. Mudboy on the lead there, so I will go Gligar as a great safe swap. Hydro Cannon won't take. I may shield anyways, but it won't take out from this range. Okay, so I don't shield. You'll live one from the non-shadow. How that matchup works, if you haven't played that matchup before, Shadow and Shadow will one-shot. Non-shadow also goes to Swampert for 2 Hydros versus the Aerialist Dig, and then the Shadow versus non-shadow either way goes to Gligar. So take out the Drapion there with my Quagsire. Out comes a Charizard. So they have a Charizard and a Swampert. Let's see what I would... everything's... It's going to be a Dragon Claw at best. And now I think I can just outpace this thing. Shield up one Dragon Claw and just outpace here with the Aqua Tails. Oh, or just take it out with an Aqua Tail. And now I will definitely outpace. I'm now in Hydro Cannon. I'm definitely in Hydro Cannon range. Let's see if I can get another one off here. I think I'm going to have to shield. Yeah. Shield one. Get at least one more Aqua Tail off to try to chip here. And then if they shield, I think I just go Magnezone Wild Charge for the win at this point. So they let it go, and I get it anyway. So they will have to shield, else I'm going to take them out. They're trying for an aggressive farm down. Not going to get it. Good idea, actually, to try and... Because that's kind of your only win condition is to farm down. But again, if this was Mud Bomb, I would have lost. But Aqua Tail is just so much better. I do not regret putting that Hydro Cannon back on... Sorry, that Aqua Tail back onto my Shadow Quagsire using Elysium. It just truly makes a big difference. Bronzong as an electric, so this is not electric, but as a steel psychic, so this is good. Out comes a dragon, but it is a half fighting dragon at that, so able to hit it with the Gligar. I can take a move, but I think my only worry is that if I take a move, they could potentially Dragon Tail down, and I don't want that to happen. I want to keep Switch, so I will. Although I don't need to keep Switch because Quagsire is going to do just as great against it. So I'm down to shield, have energy. If the Bronzong comes back in, I can definitely dig here. So I'll go straight dig. Again, grab that shield back or do a insane amount of damage. They do decide to shield, but they're going to try and Confusion down, and I'm going to live, so I'm going to get to a second one. So they're going to have to double shield now. They have a lot of energy. I don't know. Yeah, they're going to have to double shield. They throw the move. I think this thing has payback. I'm very, very, very unclear of the moveset here, so that's why I shield. It is just Psyshock. I thought it did. Out comes a Poliwrath, so we are definitely going to launch a Wild Charge and just take this out. And then I can instant swap here and get my Quagsire back on it. Dugong, great lead. So they're going to almost instantly get out. Interesting. I mean, they don't have to. So these Volt Switches are adding up. But if this is a drill run, they could bait here because this is very easy bait. Yeah. I was going to say, drill run takes out. And now I need to make a decision here. They swap, so I'm going to get my thing on Gligar on this. Problem is this is going to do like 80%. Yeah. So now I'm in an aerial ace range for them. And I can't have my Quagsire on this, so now it's kind of looking a little tricky here because they can... Oh, they let it go. So now that makes it a little easier for me. What are they doing? Okay. What am I doing? Why didn't I throw a move? What is happening here? Okay, they should have definitely got to an Aerial Ace. I should have definitely thrown the Aerial Ace at this Dugong. I do go back-to-back here with Mirror Shots, which is neutral. Water resists ice, super effective. So that is neutral. Not enough to take out. Dugong's pretty tanky. Will shield up a potential drill run. It is just another Icy Wind bait. That's fine. Gligar. I'm just going Mirror Shot. I think I'm going Mirror Shot because I want to just put this in Aqua Tail range. And so now they shield. So now you can just outpace here. Because Dig... I don't think a Dig will take me out. And I think I'll outpace to 2 Aerial Aces. And that's why I wanted to try to land the Mirror Shot. Because if I landed the Mirror Shot, this would be in 1 Aqua Tail range. Yeah, and a Dig won't take out, and now I'm just going to outpace here. The Aqua Tail is like, again, I think it's 5-4, 5-4 for the Mud Bombs and 4-4, 4-4 for the Aqua Tails. So being able, let me just confirm those numbers. But so being able just to spam that is huge. So Terrible Lead here, I'll probably get out. But again, if I get out into Gligar and they have Aqua Tail, this is not a great matchup. Oh, sorry, I did switch into my own Quagsire. I was about to say, if I switch into Gligar... Yeah, 4-4-4-4 versus 5-4-5-4. Right, so Aqua Tail 35 energy versus Mud Bomb 40 energy. You get 9 per Mud Shot. So, in terms of fast move, when I say 4, what are you saying 4-4-4? What are those numbers? Those numbers are the fast moves it requires to get to the move. So Aqua Tail, 4 Mud Shots, fast move. 4 Mud Shots, Aqua Tail. 4 Mud Shots, Aqua Tail, 4-4. Mud Bomb is 5-4-5-4. So being able to basically launch 2 Aqua Tails at a rate of at least 2 turns faster over 4 series is pretty big, which makes it just that much better. Sorry, so that is enough talking about that. Let's get back to the battles. Maybe I'll pick it up on the next one when I actually know what's going on. Okay, Annihilate is a terrible lead. Probably Gligar instant swap here. And I met with an Empoleon, which is okay. Because I will get to the Dig. If the game... Maybe I just miscounted or the game lagged on me a little bit there. Or I just overfarmed a bit, I think maybe. Going straight Dig. Problem is, if I don't land this Dig, I think they'll outpace me to the next move. Because I think it's only like 6 and 6. And now I bait. So I'm like, oh, I just baited too. So that's why I think I let it go. Because I'm like, oh, I just baited. I can just come in here and Volt Switch. Will need to shield up a Hydro, but I'll come out with some energy here. So that's okay. Come out with some energy. So I can just instantly Wild Charge and bail hopefully here. Wild Charge and then get into the Quagsire. They let it go, which is huge. Just to be met with a Ferrothorn. So that is not the one you want to see. Aqua Tail Stone Edge is not going to do great against a Steel Grass Pokemon. And they're going to time perfectly so I don't get to another one. This game's over. Because you are going to see how much a Power Whip does to a Shadow Magnezone. And the answer is a lot. And they have 2 Pokemon left, so... I bait, I Wild Charge, all for nothing. Bait, Wild Charge. Probably 1 shots from this range. Take it out. No, 1 HP. That's fine. Galvantula. A lunge is probably going to take me down to like the deep red. Like I would not be surprised if I'm in deep yellow. Nope, started red. Yeah, I'm in the red with a resisted lunge because Shadow Galvantula hits like a truck. Shadow Magnezone so glassy. I will get off a move here, which is nice. They have lowered my attack once already, so this will not take out. They double shield. I thankfully have 2 answers in the back for this. But they're probably going to just double lunge me to lower my... and out comes a Pelipper. So I got 2 shields and I have a Stone Edge here. So I'm just going to come in here, get the Stone Edge off to take this out. I shielded once already. I'd be surprised if I shield twice. So let's get the Stone Edge off. Let's take this out. Galvantula. Galvantula could come in and throw a lunge here, but we'll see what's in the back. So they do come in. They do not get a lunge off. I guess they threw 2 already. So this will take out because, again, just super, super spammy with the Aqua Tails. So now I have shield advantage and a Dugong. So I need to make sure I get this off. And I'm pretty sure I have some energy on the Gligar, so this should be over. Swap and snipe here. So I'll take it out. So yeah, Magnezone's pretty strong for, again, every reason that I mentioned at the beginning of this video of like what's around, what's not around. What is around still is Gligar. I'm staying in here because Wing Attack is resisted. Mirror Shots, I thought would do more than that, quite honestly. From Shadow Magnezone. How bad is Mirror Shot as a move? I eventually got into Gligar and they hit me with the Sableye. I think Aerial Ace is all I need. CMP there. What am I looking up? Magnezone. Magnezone with the Mirror Shot is... Oh, it's a pretty bad move. 35 energy, 50.4 damage. Is that with the Shadow? Yeah. So that's a stab plus shadow bonus. 50.4 damage for a 1.44. So that's pretty bad. Like a 1.44 damage per energy with a 35 move that is stab and shadow bonus is a bad move. So it is a terrible move. 30% chance of lowering your opponent's attack by 1. And I think there's the trade-off is, well, Volt Switch is such a long move, but it's 3-2-2-2. So, but yeah, it's such a long move. So, you almost always just want to go Wild Charge if you have to just throw 1 move, right? Because not that Volt Switch is a short move, but the move counts on Wild Charge are 3-3-3-3. Mirror Shot is 3-2-2-2. And then Wild Charge is a 45 energy for 144 damage. Lowers your defense times 2, but 3.2 damage per energy. So yeah. That is why, even in resisted situations, if you only have 1 move, you are throwing the Wild Charge. And here, I think I'm just going to farm down, resisted, and start launching some Wild Charges here. And that is enough to take out another Gligar. See if I stay in again. They get out into a Poliwrath. And I'm like, okay, if you're getting out into a Poliwrath, then in what is a good matchup, you are double weak to Electric or you're double weak to Grass in the back. So that's the read I'm getting on here because there's I don't think there's a ton of reason to get out of the Gligar matchup into Magnezone. They get a second Icy Wind off, so I just lost Switch here too. Was I that slow on the Switch? I guess Volt Switch kind of locks you in. I decided just to commit to the Volt Switch down, but now I can Wild Charge whatever comes in. And it is a Sableye. So this Wild Charge will hopefully land. Nah, I didn't expect them to let me Wild Charge them. And now Sableye is pretty spammy. And these foul plays would hurt, so this is going to be a tough one to get out of. So get the Aqua Tail off. Hoping Aqua Tail is 2 or enough to take out a Sableye. It's potentially, but again, kind of just, well, I landed on Gligar, so this is not terrible, but kind of tough to land a move when your game is freaking out constantly. It's been bad. It's not good today either. I'm filming this on Monday to go up on Wednesday. Yeah, the lag and frame drops are still so bad. It must have been something in a recent update. So Quagsire, I gotta try and come mirror match here again because if I come Gligar and they have Aqua Tail, I'm screwed too. So they eventually get into Mandibuzz here, so I will get a Stone Edge off. Because they've already chipped with me, they should be able to take me out here. if they have a Dark Pulse, if they go Airlace or something, they will not take me out. Yeah, I remember them. I feel like I remember getting a second Stonage off here. So I get a second one off here. And I almost hope I grab a shield here. Yeah. They'll try and farm down, which they do. I'll come Magnezone. Shield up one. I think they're going to get to 2 moves, so I think worth shielding up 1 is worth it. I think just farming down, getting to a Wild Charge to throw is also worth it. So take that second Dark Pulse all the way. Got to commit. Wild Charge blindly. And then reset on Gligar and hope that I can sweep the rest here. And that lands, which is nice because now it puts it in probably just wing attack range, quite honestly. I think I just commit to the wing attack. How much energy do they have? I don't know how much energy they have, so that's why I'm throwing. Lands. Charmer. I'm baiting here. And now they're going to have to throw out, so I'm going to get to a move here. And that puts them in an awkward spot where I can now just Mirror Shot. Mirror Shot's a bad move, but not when it's double super effective against Fairy Ice. So this will very, very, very easily take this out. So yeah, that's Magnezone in action. Like I said, it's a very, very strong Pokemon given that a lot of the stuff that would wall it is banned. It is very, very, very glassy. There's still some issues with it, so you got to try and cover all those weaknesses with 2 other Pokemon. Gligar, Quagsire does okay. But yeah, I'm sure there are other teams that you may have seen out there. Anyways, that is it. Appreciate you watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.